Hey guys, Keaton here from TechSmart, and today we'll be comparing the all-new HTC One, also known as the HTC M8, to the Apple iPhone 5S. These are some of the hottest smartphones out on the market right now, and if you guys would like to win an all-new HTC One or the brand new Samsung Galaxy S5, go ahead and drop me a comment down below, and while you're at it, hit the thumbs up button as it lets me know you guys want more giveaways like this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on into this comparison. Moving on to hardware and specifications, both phones have their strong points. The Apple iPhone 5S features a 4-inch Retina display with the pixels per inch count of 326. At the top there's a speaker and a 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera, and towards the bottom is a home button which also acts as a fingerprint sensor. Towards the right of the device is a SIM card slot depending on your model, and to the left is the volume rockers and mute switch. At the top there's a sleep weight switch, and at the bottom there's the speaker, lightning port, microphone, and 3.5mm headphone jack. Moving to the back of the phone, there's an 8 megapixel camera and a dual LED flash. Hopping over to the all-new HTC One, it is a 5-inch 1080p Full HD LCD with a PPI count of 440. At the top it has a 5 megapixel front-facing camera, the top speaker, and towards the bottom of the phone there's the bottom speaker. At the right of the device there's the volume rockers and SIM card slot, and towards the left there's a micro SD card slot for expandable storage. At the top there's an IR blaster and sleep wake switch, and towards the bottom is a 3.5mm headphone jack and micro USB charging port. Moving to the back of the phone is where the majority of the features lie. At the top there's a dual camera feature which features a 4 ultra-pixel camera and a dual LED flash. To polish out the remaining specifications, the all-new HTC One has a quad-core 2.3 GHz Snapdragon 801 chip, 2 GB of RAM, HTC Boom Sound, which really sounds fantastic, Android 4.4.2 with HTC Sense 6, the Adreno 330 GPU, a 2600 mAh battery, NFC, and LTE. Build quality is superb on both phones, but as for the iPhone 5S, there's a 1.3 GHz dual-core A7 chip with 64-bit architecture, 1 GB of RAM, LTE, iOS 7.1 at the time of this recording, and a 1570 mAh battery to power it all up. In the end, both phones are made extremely well, and I am a big fan for aluminum construction. Diving into software, the all-new HTC One features Android 4.4.2 KitKat with Sense 6.0, while the iPhone 5S rocks iOS 7.1. The all-new HTC One features BlinkFeed 2.0 and is very snappy and fast. It's not like we haven't seen BlinkFeed before, as it was shown on the original HTC One last year, but it just works a hell of a lot better this year. HTC Zoe is also stellar because it allows you to share with others what you were currently doing at that moment and what that camera can capture on the phone. I think Sense 6 is a much needed refresh, and it just looks a hell of a lot flatter and cleaner, and it's just a design that I personally like, and we do see kind of the same attributes on the iPhone 5S. As for the iPhone 5S, it features iOS 7.1 at the time of this recording and offers a minimalist experience. Now, minimalism isn't bad, but the complexity lies within the software. From the big icons to the fantastic integration of iOS 7's little quirks, it's a great time. Siri runs well on iOS 7 and is much better than ever before. More commands are being added each update, and it has become integrated in my life more and more. Overall, iOS 7 is snappy and accents the beauty of the iPhone 5S superbly. Both platforms are fantastic for each phone, but if you're looking for a little bit more customizability over minimalism, the all-new HTC One is for you. As for the display, both look lovely. The all-new HTC One features a 5-inch 1080p LCD display, while the Apple iPhone 5S has a 4-inch Retina display. The iPhone 5S's 4-inch Retina display is nice and comfortable to view media on and is accurate. While the 4-inch display on the 5S is nice, the all-new HTC One's 5-inch display looks superb as well. Bigger is better, and an extra inch gives you more of what you want on a well-constructed handset. Both displays here crush it, and your content has never appeared so delicious than now. Now moving on to cameras, the iPhone 5S's camera has always been faithful on both ends. The 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera is excellent for FaceTime or selfies, but the 8 megapixel rear camera is where truly the magic lies. Photos always seem to look good, and while consumers believe the notion that more megapixels means better pictures, the iPhone 5S defies this and continues to produce sharp photos. Instagram shots look fantastic, and the different software modes such as panorama mode or changing the filters made my experience that much better. 1080p video also looks great, and direct uploading to YouTube is also possible on the Apple iPhone 5S. Now hopping over to the all-new HTC One, it boasts the dual camera feature, which makes your photos come to life. Being able to refocus photos after they've been taken is a great feature. The low light performance has improved, and it's truly a testament to see that HTC is constantly innovating and making sure their phone is better in the next iteration. Some of my favorite features include HTC Zoe, as I like being able to share what's going on in my current life, and it kind of mashes together a social network and a great camera in one nice platform. Overall, the cameras on both smartphones are are great, but I felt that the all-new HTC One or HTC M8 had a slight edge with its low-light performance. Moving on to the benchmark portion of the video, we'll be testing out Antutu, Geekbench, and GFX Benched to see how all the parts on both the iPhone 5S and all-new HTC One fare. After the tests have concluded, here are the scores that we received. Battery life is a big thing for any smartphone, and I can say that I was pleased on both devices. The all-new HTC One features a 2600 mAh battery, while the Apple iPhone 5S features a 1570 mAh battery. Throughout my testing, I received around 6.5 hours on the iPhone 5S and around 7 to 8 hours on the all-new HTC One. Again, this was after a week's worth of tests, and I'd conclude that you could stretch the battery duration on both handsets with less usage. My tests typically included tweeting, watching YouTube videos, checking email, and just all the standard stuff that you would do on a smartphone, and then occasionally I would watch a movie or do an activity that the graphics processor really needed to kick up for. Now moving on to my favorite category, it's the new features. So starting off with the Apple iPhone 5S, we have iOS 7.1, an A7 processor, and a fingerprint sensor. All of those work great, and I think iOS 7 was a much needed overall, and the features within it boost the experience. Siri is one of those features, and I'm actually starting to use her a lot more, as I really wasn't before. The phone is snappy with decent specifications, and the fingerprint sensor works really well, especially with the iOS 7.1 update, making it more responsive. Security has been simpler with the fingerprinted home button, and really adds to the experience nicely. Now that the big brother is here, the M8 improves on everything the M7 did, and more. The screen is bigger, and the cameras are better. Seriously, the cameras are a massive selling point on this phone, and I love being able to just fire off photos with not having a care in the world, knowing that I can always refocus the shot later with the duo camera feature. HTC Sense 6 is fantastic, and BlinkFeed 2.0, while it is a bit weird, it does work nice, and I like being able to view my RSS feeds and media going on Twitter, Facebook, things like that, in a nice uniform platform. On top of that, the build quality is better with the rounded edges and aluminum appeal. Boom sound sounds a lot better on the M8, and although it does require battery life, it's one of those features you can't live without. Watching YouTube videos or a movie has never sounded so good. Overall, I think the new features show how HTC has innovated from a past phone to a handset that can truly compete with the big smartphone giants today, like Apple's iPhone 5S, which still reigns king for its simplistic features. In the end, both smartphones are great, and I'd recommend them to two types of different consumers. The iPhone 5S is perfect for the consumer who wants a great experience with great software and that is made very well. Despite the specifications, the phone flies, and iOS 7.1 accents the phone perfectly. LTE and the camera are among my favorite features on the handset, and the fingerprint sensor adds to the security as well. The phone starts at just $199 on a 2-year contract and is available in gold, white silver, and in space gray, and is available globally. On the other side of the coin, the all-new HTC One is meant for the consumer who wants a speedy device and offers new additions to the table. From the camera to the improved speakers to the bigger and better battery life, this phone is just truly fantastic. MicroSD expansion is a big thing for me, and now that it's available, you don't have to give the carrier any more money and can just go ahead and buy the base model. The 5-inch display is seriously nice, and the phone's construction feels solid in the hands as well. Pricing starts at just $199 to $249 depending on the carrier, and this is of course on a 2-year contract and will be available in 4 colors: metal gray, silver, black, and gold, and at launch will be a Verizon-only phone, but right now you can go and pick it up on AT&T or other carrier sites like that. Both phones are great, and you cannot go wrong with either choice. Thank you guys so much for watching this video where we compared the all-new HTC One, also known as the M8, to the Apple iPhone 5S. If you guys enjoyed this comparison, go ahead and throw me a like down below, and while you're at it, go ahead and drop me a comment down below letting me know which device you'd like to win, whether it's the Samsung Galaxy S5 or the all-new HTC One. Finally, go and subscribe to the channel to be notified when a brand new comparison or giveaway has been announced, and as soon as you click that button, it'll be delivered to your subscriptions box. Thank you guys once again, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.